Okay, I got us muted. Stream should be going. If you don't mind double checking that it's up and going. Okay. Oh, now I got to get you in here. Ah, window. Oh no. Showing all this. There we go. Finally. Oh, sorry, guys. Flag. Or it's probably. Yeah. Probably all. Oh, hey, what's up, Pat? Okay. So I honestly don't think if we get an interview, I'm not going to go to the interview cam. So, you know. What I get for reading. Oh, dude, I'm so good. I am so good at this. And we got like 4 minutes. Yeah, like this is great. Oh, I'm feeling good about myself. Right. Oh, really? Okay. Just yeah, just taking a break. Yeah, I feel that, dude. Expected. The preview's still going to be playing, so we'll be good there. Oh, munch on this little bar and hydrate a little bit more. Okay. Oh, you know. I don't think. Oh my God.
Problems in tier 2 on lap 3. Com 45 out of the race. Chilly Willy. Bits of his car all over the road. MP Jacobson. Looks like he might have been caught up in that, but hasn't got any missing parts.
I'm making sure everyone on stream hears. Exactly. I am so stupid.
Check your MFD for a new strategy.
All right, guys. You know, I apologize. I'm just going to say that up front. We got 6 seconds before showtime.
By the time they come out,
but we got 30 more
the rain
seconds.
will be
I'm
coming
getting a
down.
few
So
more
we're going to
things
see
set up.
all these
Give
cars
me about
throwing
those 30
themselves
seconds.
into the
Enjoy
pits.
the rest of this.
Setivar hasn't got
highlights
into the pits. He
here that we got
stayed
for
out
you.
for a lap.
I'm so
He stayed out for a lap. That's a huge gamble. Fate Mano, I thought he'd thrown on some hard tyres there. That was a bit of a mistake. 5 second for penalty. 5 second penalty for Gibbsy speeding in the pit lane. Not good. What an absolute catastrophe that was, though. I'm not entirely sure whose fault that was, as Chilly Willy and Fate Mano got tangled in that tight right-hand corner after the long straight. Soft song for the last throwings. Right then. When are we going, J-Joe? When are we going, J-Joe? Yeah, there he goes. He goes. Did he catch Fake Man napping? Possibly. Semtex get caught napping. Somebody's trying to warm their tyres up in front of Sacco. Sacco's got pressure. Didn't get left any room there, I have to say. Oh, Sacco. Steady. This is wet, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. The two Red Bulls are going side by side. Ooh, careful, Red Bulls, careful! Oh, he's going to get a better drive, I think, and he's piled on the ERS. So it's Sacco like Taco trying to defend in the Red Bull from the Mercedes of Andy. Defends well down into turn 1 and 2.
Hello, everyone. All right. Sorry about the technical difficulties. It goes with racing back to back and then doing a tier broadcast. But here we go. Tier 3 is about to start. Pat, how are you feeling today? I know you didn't get any racing action, but you've seen some. How are you feeling about our Tier 4 action today? You thinking we're going to see some clean racing? Yeah.
I mean, that was a shock not having a full safety car. I'm honestly surprised by that for Tier 4. Do I think we'll get that today in this? I have my doubts, but I would like to be wrong. Makes me go quicker.
Yeah. I think these gentlemen after Singapore, they want to keep it clean. Tier 4, I was surprised too. I kept waiting for a safety car, and then I ended up getting puncture damage in my front left. So yeah, don't stay out there too long, guys, on those mediums. And then also make sure I am a spectator here. Perfect.
All right.
But yes, okay, we got the lobby starting in a few, gentlemen. So why don't we go ahead and go over our race notes for the afternoon. But before I do that, I have a few more editing to do because I am still getting things prepared, apparently. But nonetheless, we had an exciting Tier 5 race. We had, I think Tier 4 just finished relatively soon, right? Is that right, Pat?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and as I officially have got this going on too, Tier 3, here we go. Singapore was insane. The first 2 races, this will be the first of 2 races in USA this season 7, which means we're going to Miami. So get ready for some more rain. If there's going to be rain here, there was rain in these earlier 2 lobbies, just slightly, ever so slightly. And EPIK WINZ in that Singapore race. He came away with an exciting win, surprisingly as well, I might add. He won his first race since week 10 of season 5. Any thoughts on that? On his finish? On just the Tier 3 race in general, Pat?
That Tier 3 race was insane. Literally, I was talking to a few people, Sugi, Sketchy Bull, a few of the Tier 1 drivers. I was like, if EPIK wins, I'm gonna leave the call and not show up until 5 minutes before notices. And that happened. I left and did not show up until
I love
5
it.
minutes prior.
I love it. And that's how it's got to be sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to be there for your boys. So we got
Yep.
qualifying just underway. It looks like it's dry. And as we do that, let's finish our final few points here. As we mentioned, we don't think there's going to be too many safety cars. This is a very virtual safety car heavy track. You'll see a lot of yellows, though. I'm sure there's going to be people spinning along the long right-hander at the end of Sector 3. And drivers to watch out for. Junior Peridot, Punjew, the McLaren crew. JP got taken out by right as he passed turn 1 in lap 1 in Singapore. I expect to see big things from him. He finished in second, I believe, in tier 3 or third in tier 3 back in season 5 here at COTA. Punjew, he finished in second in tier 2 back in season 5. So now, he's down in tier 3 now, but we expect to see a lot of pace from him. And then Ducati. Ducati finished 10th in Singapore. He finished strong in general, had a really strong showing in season 6. We expect to see a lot from him. He'll be driving in the, where is he? Do I see Ducati? Yes, he's in the Ferrari today. So, any drivers for you to be watching out for, Pat, as we go ahead and transition over to the action?
I mean, I gotta say, for Epic Wins, I mean, he should have got the win. You gotta wonder what he has in store here at COTA. Just with the championship leader and all. I have an eye on Jordan today.
Okay. Yes. I like Jordan a lot. I mean, he's got some pace
Yeah.
at certain tracks, and we know he loves the Mercedes as well. But yeah, there's a lot of few names I'm excited to see. I mean, Wiffles, he hasn't finished a race in I don't know how long, but he's usually pretty quick. He's gonna be battling today, so it's I want to see him get into some action. I want to see him do some nice stuff today and not fail us over here. But yeah, so it looks like few people are on their out laps. Let me go ahead and get this information up as well, and be a good little post for you all. We don't need the tire data right now. Okay. So it looks like we have Process, or is it Dutchman out?
It's Dutchman.
Okay, so Dutchman on a hot lap, I believe.
Yes.
He might be our first one. Even if he's not, we're going to go ahead and stick with the green machine. And the man who won Tier 4 last season, seeing a promotion up into Tier 3. And am I wrong, or wait, are you wearing green today?
I am wearing Aston Martin today.
Okay. Aston Martin for the win.
There you go.
So yeah, it doesn't look like anyone else is setting any hot laps yet, as we're keeping the eye on Dutchman here, hitting the apex, coming around, sliding just ever so slightly, but he's getting that DRS flap open now. He's loving it.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to do. Camera. Okay, I need to get my controller plugged in here, folks. Give me a second. And it looks like Dutchman does set the fastest. Sector 2 there. And as we kind of expected, I think he is the first one to be setting a hot lap.
Yeah.
Oh, and he spins. There it is. Oh, and I hope he didn't pick up any rear damage right there as he hits the wall after that spin on that long right-hander. But this is exactly the corner that we're going to probably be finding a lot of people spinning out on, especially here in quali. They're going to be pushing it a lot. Epic wins, and there we go. He's setting the first time. That is our benchmark, a 134.1, and I expect to see a lot faster times come in as Jay Websey looks to be coming in just 2/10 after him. Let me go ahead and get this. And there we go. Who are you keeping an eye out on track right now, Pat? Anyone you think should I be watching who you're keeping an eye out on?
I was just watching Jordan. Oh, Punjew with a crazy lap, 34.0.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking at Ducati right now in Sector 3.
Okay, let's go ahead and jump on board with Ducati as well. He is coming up to the final corner here. You get this DRS flap open just before the start-finish line, and he's going to jump himself up into third. So Ferrari's in 2 and 3 currently. Yeah. You think we're going to see folks jump into the 33s? I mean, Punjew's right there already, almost.
I mean, I can. I don't think we're gonna get faster than probably a 33.8 today.
Okay, okay.
Tier 3.
Yeah, I don't recall what the pull was in Tier 5, and Tier 4 had a wet quali. So, yeah, that throws into question really what true pace we might have seen in Tier 4 qualifying session.
Right.
But a lot of more people putting in some fast time. Whiffle's now finding himself around the track just before the long right-hander. Okay, let's go ahead and jump on board with someone else who might be on a hot lap. And it looks like Chosen Toby. He has yet to set a time. The team principal for Red Bull. Why don't we go ahead, sit here on board with this gentleman.
I'm looking around now if there's anyone doing purple sectors.
It looks like we got some yellows. Toby does go purple.
There you go.
In Sector 1. He does lift slightly over the chicane in Sector 2, that early. I mean, the camber is just so interesting, going uphill and quickly downhill, and now over the hairpin. Keeps it together there, coming up to some slower drivers, but I think he'll be okay. So I don't think they necessarily will cause him any trouble. But then again, there's a Red Bull who's like literally pulled off to the side and totally stopped. MG Dan. Yeah, just doing the team thing there.
I was watching Junior Parr a second ago, but not the time I'm sure he wanted to get.
Yeah, 35.3. Those were some, like the averages we were seeing in Tier 5. I expect to see him put in a much faster time, but Punjew still holding strong with the 34.0.
Yeah.
Colby now coming around the final turn, getting that DRS flap open. Got to push him up into 10th, a 35.3 as well, just right in front of JP actually, interestingly enough. I think EPIK WINZ is also on a push lap here, but it looks like he isn't up on his time. He is dipping into the pits, going to be putting on a fresh new set of softs, I imagine. And also, yeah, probably gauging how much more fuel he wants to make a last push.
If I was Epic at this point, you already used 2 sets of tires. You got 1 more set. I'm waiting until probably last second, 5 kilos of fuel.
Okay. And this track, I mean, at least for me, I burn fuel fairly evenly with like with what it says. Like 1 lap of fuel is like 1 lap of fuel for me on this track.
Yeah. Oh, Drunken going purple too.
Okay. Drunken's going purple too. We're on board with JP right now, who looks like, ooh, he's going a little wide through the S's. We got yellows around turn 1. It looks like someone's getting their stuff together. That might be NCAF. Junior Parr holding things together somewhat nicely over the hairpin. Would like to get that cleaned up. He does pick up a little DRS from his teammate Punjew there. Gonna love the teamwork. He's got like 3% ERS though around this last lap, so he's gonna spin, and that means he's gonna need to go into the pits, put on a new set of tires himself. Go ahead and sit on board now with Benzo, who's set up a 136.6. Didn't look like he was up more than a 10th on his time. Oh, and he is invalid, so let's go ahead and find another driver here for us.
It looks like Process is on a run about going to Sector 3.
All right. And he did set...
Purple 2, supposedly.
Yeah, I see that. Let's go ahead and stick with him, and I think after that we'll jump on board with JTB Drippin, who both of these gentlemen have yet to set a time. Process coming over the penultimate. Oh, not the penultimate turn, but the long right-hander to the penultimate turn. Final turn coming up. See what he sets here. Looking fairly good. A
That's
30,
not bad.
yeah, a 34.6. Puts him right in eighth, right behind Wiffles in seventh, and right in front of Drunken Shamrock by just 2/100ths of a tenth. Or 2/100ths of a second, excuse me. Ugh.
I was like, wait a minute.
There's so many decimal points you're thinking. Ran
Oh
so
yeah.
far ahead. Come on, Noggin. Get it together now.
There you go.
So process with that time. Let's go ahead and jump down with JTB drip in. See where he's at coming through the really difficult corners of Sector 3. I feel like this is the trickiest part of the track for myself. I can't get it right. I just can't seem to get it right at all.
Punjew's improving.
Okay. And I believe Punju is right behind JT as well, right?
Oh, and he spun.
Oh, no.
He spun.
Okay.
I guess that's might be commentary's curse. Don't know.
Just as he was feeling it too, probably.
It was only a 6,000th improvement through Sector 2, so nothing crazy.
Okay. So JT sets the 10th best time currently. Scruffy is now sitting in fourth, finding himself sitting pretty here. But I'm going to see if he can inch out any more tenths on the car, and it looks like he just invalidated. So he's not going to be happy with that. Teammate, I am Jordan, also invalid on a lap.
Mm-hmm.
Who here is on a hot lap?
Ace just started one. He's the only driver without a time left.
Okay. So here we are. We're going to stick on board with the Williams. I think that's Jay Websty's team too, right?
I believe that's correct.
Oh no, Jay Websty's is the Alpine.
Oh, yep. You're right.
Their blues always, they get me. They get me.
Yeah.
And Ace does set a purple sector 1. Looking pretty so far.
Yeah.
Also pull up the YouTube stream myself so I can see chat. I know you guys are probably talking a lot. Making requests. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Here comes Ace now, keeping it clean through sector 2.
103.
It's gonna be close. I can't really tell just yet.
I think this is probably a higher 34. It's looking like it for now.
But really nice and smooth around the long right-hander. Comes to the final turn, keeps it right over the apex. That's exactly what you want to see. Goes out wide, uses every inch of the track. Goes into 14th before 9.
I believe that constitutes as a high 34.
I agree. I agree. Like we got a lot of gentlemen in the pits now. Chosatobi's still out. He's going into the pits now. Junior Peridot, it looks like he is on an outlap. Outlap?
It
Well,
has
either
a glitch
way.
where it changes it.
Yeah.
Outlap.
Either way, he's like 3 minutes up on this lap, so I imagine this isn't a hot lap for him.
I'd be surprised if it was.
All right, well, we're going to stick on board here with JP again. He's now in 17th place. His teammate up in first. Let's see if he can reel himself in closer to the top of this grid here and make a strong push from McLaren after a really, really rough start for them in Singapore.
Yeah, not the greatest start for them.
And he is up 2/10 through sector 1. Oof, he is flying through that little chicane, the uphill chicane, coming downhill to the hairpin. Does he keep the car fairly straight? Much straighter than the time he set, that 35.3. He's going to have to improve a lot on that if he's going to want to jump up into some points positions to start this race.
Yeah.
The apex there pretty cleanly. Near the end of Sector 2, still only up just over a quarter of a second. Gonna have to find some time here.
He really needs to find over a second here if he's gonna get up there.
Yeah, a quarter of a second would push him up one spot currently.
Yeah. Oh.
And there you go. He almost gets to half a second improvement right below the Dutchman, the 34.8. I think he's going to be somewhat happy with that. Maybe not totally satisfied.
And actually, Drunken Shamrock just popped himself in P3.
Oh, look at that. I did not even notice that. That is a good call. We're getting yellows
I just saw that pop in.
all over the place, too.
This is also the rush for the final laps. Everyone giving themselves plenty of room.
Yep.
Some of them burning some fuel.
And I think this is going to be Whiffle's last go at it, so we haven't kept an eye on him at all through this early qualifying. So let's go ahead and stay on board with him. I know he did spin early on. He is low with the ERS, but he's got to make a push here if he wants to improve upon his time.
Ooh, that lockup.
He is currently sitting at a 34.49. Going through the S's. Gonna come out of Sector 1,
Ooh.
and he invalidates.
Oh, Skelly just went P4.
All right. Wow, so we haven't seen anyone jump into the 33s yet. No one's had it in them.
Well, Punjew's on a lap now. Maybe he can do it. Websy goes second. Good lord.
Look at this. Look at this. Yes. Just barely sandwiches him right in between Punjew and EPIK WINZ. The stick here with Ducati, who's sitting in 6th. There's also a driver right behind him who looks like they're setting a fast time as well in the Aston Martin. A gamer's asking for Punjew. Okay, let's go to Punjew.
Punjew right now looking at a 33.9.
Oh, I saw that.
He's got to hold it together though. Qualifying just ended.
What's he gonna do here? Going across the penultimate, hits the sausage grid beautifully, gets the throttle down quickly, kisses the apex, glides over to the edge of the track. But consistency. That is consistency right there from Punjew.
Oh, Scruffy, where did he come from? He's P3.
Yeah, look at that. He finishes and crosses the line at P3 with a 34.1. Jay Websey still has a shot at this as well. A lot of folks going into the pits now, it looks like. But we got a lot of line of finishers here coming up with a Red Bull. Oh, no, it looks like the Red Bull has now gone into the pits. Oh, he spun out. Okay, we got lots of people coming up to the crossing the line. These Ferraris now. EPIK WINZ! With a 33.7. Yep.
I said it.
Yep. And
I
he
don't
is.
think anyone's gonna touch it.
He's sitting provisional pole right now. Drunken Shamrock still out on track. He's not up on his time at all. Currently down 2/10. I don't think he's got it in him. Coming around the long right-hander. Nothing he can do now. JT is around as well. And that is going to be it, folks. Here is our order. The grid is set for the USA Grand Prix at Circuit of the Americas.
Oh, and JT just spun. Oh, it crashed.
Again?
He crashed with an AI.
Oh my gosh.
Like fully out. Jeez.
Well, let's go over it here again, folks. We've got EPIK WINZ in P1, Punjew in P2 as he got that first place snagged away from him just at the end of quali. Jay Websey in third, Scruffy in fourth, Process in fifth, Ducati in sixth, Drunken Shamrock in seventh. We got Skelly in ninth. Coming in 10th was Wiffles, PRT Normbash in 11th, JTB Drippin in 12th, and I need to get to the timesheet. Here we go. 13th, TTV Dutchman and our two other DTV driver, Junior Parr. Chosen Tobley in 15th. 16th is Ace, NCAF in 17th, MG Dan in 18th, 19th is Benzo Slice, and 20 is Vince. I mean, if you really look at this, the top 13 are within a second. So I feel like we're going to see a lot of close driving. And if we're looking at just specifically second through seventh, like they're separated by 3 tenths, no more than 3 tenths.
Yeah. I'm also really looking at the top 17. The gap from first to 17th only 1.3.
Yeah.
This could be very competitive.
You know, some of these guys do have better race pace too than quali pace.
Yeah.
And there's going to be some mistakes made. I know it. There's names in here that just have a chance to make something go on. All right. So as we line up and get ready for the race, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the track map.
What? You don't have it?
I thought I did. It's
Oh.
not playing though. So let's take a quick look at the standings here, folks. As we said, EPIK wins in first. Keep a quick eye out for him. Papa out second. Yes, I don't think he saw him race today at all. He is not.
I don't think he's here.
Hey, well, I am going to go ahead and go back to the main race now. Ready. Getting a little nervous, and I can't really read the standings, so bear with me, folks. I have horrible eyesight. My preparation for this was shoddy, as Pat was here firsthand in Discord, and he can let you know. But he's been a great supporter and a great co-host, nonetheless. Yeah. Oh, it looks a little cloudy out there, a bit ominous, I might say.
It's cloudy, but someone said in chat earlier that it was going to be dry throughout.
Okay. Well, let's hope for clear skies.
Yes.
All right, here we go. 5 lights are on, and apparently the race is already away. EPIK wins, gets away fairly nicely. Oh, but Jay Websey coming around on the outside already. EPIK wins, and Punjew connect just ever so slightly. Punjew drops a few places. He's down into fourth now. EPIK wins, does come through in first. Everyone's keeping it clean so far through the S's. We got some folks side by side.
Oh,
And
we lost Ace.
Ace, he is spun. He is still in this race, but he is way in the back now, almost 4 seconds down. He is going to have to fight to catch back up. Punjew taking a look up on the inside. We got an AlphaTauri of Skelly also taking a look up on the inside. And he does make a move up on Process. He gets just past him. EPIK wins almost up a second on Jay Websey. But there is some crazy battling going up front as well. We'll jump on board with Ducati, the man right behind. These people all battling for second, essentially. And Drunken Shamrock not too far behind.
Oh, we lost Jordan. Oh, there's a big shot, I think.
So Jordan also around. Someone's picking up a 5-second penalty. That is JT. Another big penalty for him, unfortunately, with a collision. He's picking up 5 seconds in race. He's going to have to serve that in his first pit stop. He's not going to be happy about that one bit. Haas is down. Both drivers out of the points currently, but these Ferraris are looking really good as Punjew just jumps away like a rocket ship from Ducati. He is on Scruffy's tail on his gearbox. He takes a look up at the inside, and he's going to stay behind smartly, but he is able to push up on the exit. Nearly going wheel to wheel with Scruffy. What do you think? What are your thoughts so far early on, Pat?
Didn't look like a good incident there with Drippin and Jordan, but we'll leave it at that. But I'm a little surprised that Punjew is not being able to get by Scruffy yet.
Yeah, Scruffy is really doing a good job defending on these hards as well. We might mention, let's go ahead and take a look at these tires. So we do see a good split, it looks like, almost nearly half and half. On the hards and on the mediums, Epic wins in first, up 2.5 seconds already.
Wait, Dutchman, he spun.
Wow. And now Dutchman making a mistake around near the hairpin, it looks like. And Punjew and Scruffy do get collected. Oh, it doesn't look like Punjew took any damage at all. But Scruffy gets turned around. I'm not sure exactly what happened. I missed it just slightly as I was looking at the time data. But Punjew now making a move up on the inside. And he has to back off of Skelly. His teammate Junior Parr has pushed up to 8th already. Just coming up on 3 laps into the race. Epic Win sets the fastest lap, and he is just speedster here. Almost 3.5 seconds up on the man in second, Jay Websey, who's looking pretty good himself. A second up on Ducati. Now Skelly doing all the defending here as Punjew and Skelly both, I believe, lost a few positions. Or maybe Skelly was behind Punjew. I don't know. Something happened. It was crazy.
Skelly's actually gained positions today. He's up 2.
Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at that. As you mentioned, positional changes, big winners so far. As I mentioned, Junior Parr up 6 places. MG Dan also up 6 places, but still out of the points, looking to make a push himself, but he's got a ways to go. 2 seconds down. We do see Process and Skelly. Oh no, that's Skelly and Punjew, maybe.
The Ducati's going slow.
Oh yes, that's Ducati who I saw losing positions. Okay, okay. So the other Ferrari, he was up close and up into 4th place, and now he is down into 10th, still in the points positions, but making some mistakes that you don't normally aren't used to seeing from Ducati. And this is just some really close battling here. Oh! Punjew has to lift ever so slightly. And 2 cars are around. Punjew picks up 2 places because Skelly and Process both spun on the long right-hander.
Jeez.
And Whiffles on the gearbox of Junior Parr within 2/10. He can make a move if he wants. He doesn't. He backs off. Gives a lot of space going up into turn 1. He's going to have a lot of room to make up now. Ducati back up into 8th. Go back into look at the tire. Oh my gosh! Whiffles is out of the race!
That's gonna be a safety car, yeah, it is.
Wow, I just caught that out of the corner of my eye. That was a really bad accident though.
Yikes, that was big.
So the race is neutralized. Whiffles is officially out of this race. He has yet to finish a race again. Unfortunate for my man Whiffles.
Actually, look at this. Jeppy Dribbit actually jumped into the pits. This
Oh,
is a really strategy call.
That is huge. And he's in 20th, so this is a big safety car for him. This is exactly what he needed. A lot of folks were making some early mistakes as well. Let's see who else might jump into the pits here, if at all. But JT, he could probably take those hards the rest of the way.
He can't. I think we might see Epic Wins do it here.
Epic still does have a 4-second push, even with the delta of the safety car. Let's see what happens. Okay. It looks like Drunken Shamrock gave a little bit of a fake, and he ends up staying out as well. JT, this might work out huge for him. Huge mistake early on. Finds him in the back of the grid. Whiffles with the DNF. Gets him back into this race. Jordan as well, reeling him back into this race. You know, he found himself way back there. I'm not too sure exactly what happened to him.
Yeah, it was funny seeing Drunken try to fake Punjew. You know, Punjew was 4 seconds back when he started to fake him. Wasn't very effective.
Let's take a look. Someone's asking for position change. That's what it is. Okay, so position change. Okay. Now, as the race is neutralized, we have a few people up 9 places, that being JP and Chosen Tolby. The McLaren and the guy in the Red Bull looking really good. McLaren still with a very strong showing in general, sitting 4th and 5th with their pair of Punjew and JP. And we have 2 guys up 8 places, NCAP and MG Dan. MG Dan also in the Red Bull, so he's finally jumped up into the points places. I think I did see Process also jump into the pits. So I know he's down 12 places now, but I think he might be playing that game as well because he did go on hards.
Yeah, he was originally down, I believe, 7 when he was jumping in.
Okay. So he did lose like quite a bit of places, around 5 it sounds like. But he should be able to get back to this pack. He's nearing in. And these hards should do well, and they should last. I mean, I expect a restart next lap, as JT is going to be catching up towards the middle, I would say, of that next lap. So hopefully we get a nice little restart here. Any drivers you're surprised with so far, or any constructors teams that you're keeping an eye out for? We see some strong showings from Red Bull, McLaren, and Alfa Romeo, and Alpine, and who else is that? Ferrari. So literally 5 teams in the top 10, only getting points. The other 5 teams are literally out of it right now. But yeah, any thoughts on that?
I was surprised how much EPIK pulled during the green flags. I did not expect him to be that far ahead on Jay Websey. I know Websey's on the slower tire, but still, I thought Websey was going to be right up there with him.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised that Punjew has been able to stay up this high up with his bad luck.
Yes. That early turn 1, lap 1 action caught him back, but he's fought and battled. And he was found himself back in 6th or 7th, I believe, and still in 4th, holding strong at 4th. And if he wants to secure a podium position, he's gonna have to battle through 2 guys and hards ahead of him. So it shouldn't be too challenging, but still, I think he does have the advantage on the restart here. But it all really depends on how Jay Websey and Drunken Shamrock keep an eye on EPIK WINZ and how he takes the restart.
Yeah. I have to say, though, I'm a little disappointed with Mercedes' performance thus far, sitting 17th and 18th. I was expecting a little bit more from them today.
Yeah. Them, Towery, it looks like Williams, Haas, and Aston Martin. All those 5 teams, all currently out of the points. Still early on, though. Lots of race to go. So, yeah, we can see a lot of changes go on once we get this race restarted.
And it's going to be restarted.
It is in this lap.
And while we're waiting to restart, I actually went to this race 2 years ago. I was sitting in the middle of the triple right-hander where EPIK WINZ is soon going to pass by.
Okay. Oh, man, that right-hander is, EPIK WINZ is passing it, but it's an epic right-hander. It finds so many people out.
It really is.
It will, be greasy, and there's just, I feel like there's a little elevation change. There's like some bump that'll just catch you off, and that's, you think you can take it full throttle all the time, and that one time you're still taking it full throttle, and you're like, I did the same exact thing, and you're like, maybe you were 2 millimeters to the left or the right, and you hit that bump, and here we go, though. EPIK WINZ is getting a late start, but he jumps away pretty cleanly from Jay Websey, almost jumping to almost a second early on. Jay Websey getting a little weaves in himself, trying to break that little DRS train he might have been making behind him.
Oh, Punjew's already getting by.
Yeah, look at that. Punjew has gone by Drunken Shamrock. Let's go ahead and sit with him. He's gotten by the guy on the first man on the hards, sitting 2/10 behind Jay Websey. He is on the attack. He can make a move coming down into this hairpin right here. We won't have any DRS for another 2.5 laps, I believe. He isn't gonna make a move. And he's just not gonna be able to make anything happen. This is a long DRS straight. Don't see much action happening down at the bottom.
Here we go.
Yes, yes. They keep it pretty even on the braking. Punjew has to go wide along the outside, but he's going to have the racing line here coming up into this turn. And he nails it.
Oh, Websey looking to come back, though.
Yeah, Websey is still on his rear. Look at that. That is some close driving. And Drunken Shamrock, you know, he is still in this battle for a podium position as well. But now I think the mediums are showing their superiority around that long right-hander.
Yeah.
As Punjew is pushing now to almost over a half second.
Meanwhile, all this EPIK WINZ has a 1.5 second advantage over Punjew.
Already. I think we know who is dominating this race. The man who's leading the constructors. Yellow, his team principal, is probably really happy about that. We have someone in a Haas around. That's Benzo Slice way in the back. It looks like he's still in it, but he's not going to be happy about that. NCAF picks up a 3-second penalty. It looks like he was hitting track limits there. But Punjew, Jay Websey, Drunken Shamrock coming around. The hairpin, Junior Parr as well. McLaren's got a few drivers in between them, but they, again, still have a strong showing with Punjew now up into second. Junior Parr hasn't been able to make any moves. He's on the hards, just as Jay Websey and Drunken Shamrock in front of him are. Ducati and Tolby are going to go ahead and switch positions after that long straight in Sector 2. Ducati making a strong push and giving himself some breathing room.
Yeah, like you said earlier, all the medium drivers are the ones making the moves here with the superiority right now in their tire life. Soon it will switch around. The hards will become better and compete with the mediums, but for now we're just seeing those drivers take hold.
Yeah, and as you mentioned that NCAF, let's keep an eye on him, who is on these mediums. He's tacking Tolby, who's been passed up by Ducati. DRS is enabled this lap. NCAF coming up close. Oh, but I don't think he's going to have enough coming up this big hill on turn 1. Yeah, he doesn't even take a look. Nothing was on there.
Looks like Scruffy's getting by Skelly.
Ooh, and it looks like Skelly lost a bit of an end plate on that. There looks to be some bit of a collision. Went back to that action just at the nick of time. I think Skelly might have to go in and fix that himself. Ace picks up a 3-second penalty. I think we're going to be finding a little bit more of those.
Yeah. Benzo just boxed. He's now on fresh mediums.
All right. So he's got a ways to catch up back to the pack. I don't think it's going to happen unless the safety car comes into play again. A lock and happen. NCAF goes in huge on the outside, and he outbrakes Tolby as well. He does not do a dive up at the inside, and he gets that done on the outside. Amazing move from NCAF here. Okay. You love to see it. You love to see it.
Well, I mean, here's something else. Punjew, over the course of about 2 laps now, has closed in by about 3 or 4 tenths.
And Jay Websey is around. Maybe had a bit of a... Yes, he maybe had a bit of a questionable rejoin when NCAF went around, but he rejoins at 11th now, way behind the pack that he was with of Drunken Shamrock and Junior Parr, sitting in 11th outside of the points. Ace coming up on the inside of MG Dan now with the mediums and the hards again. We are seeing this battle all over the track with these differences of grips
And MG Dan, it looks like he's already out of ERS as well. Let's see what Ace and the Williams can do. He backs off ever so slightly in the S's. Hits the apex nicely. Brakes. He's trying to just come through that inclined chicane. Still fairly close to MG Dan, and he does. Still within 4/10. Hits the apex cleanly. Better than MG Dan does. He's going to have DRS here.
This should not be that hard of an overtake.
MG Dan weaving a little bit. Okay, he is going to get close now. Oh, no! Oh, no! And we were on board with that. We saw every bit of that. MG Dan getting a little dangerous there. A little bit of reckless and careless driving.
That's another safety car. So Bento Slice is back in it.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, Webster gets the drive-through.
Oh, no. He was ignoring his delta. I've been there before.
Yep. Oh, and Epic, the leaders are in. The leaders are in.
This is the perfect time for them to pit. I imagine we're going to see a lot more folks come in as well. Epic wins. Well, JP does stay out. He has to with his teammate right ahead of him pitting. He probably would have lost out on a few positions there. So JP will probably stick this out on the hards for another 10 laps or so.
I would think so. Maybe try on the softs.
Yeah. I think that would be the way to go if you're Team McLaren. But you're really happy with how your team is coming out now after Junior Par starting way in the back. Let's go ahead and take a look. Totally yellow. Dude, it was just totally obvious.
It was pretty bad.
Okay, so taking a look at the the penalties, we do have that drive through from Jay Websey, the 5-second from, I know someone picked it up, but that has been served because they've pitted. NCAF with the 3-second penalty that will stick with him throughout the race. There's been Dutchman and Junior Par and Chosen Tolby are the only drivers yet to take a pit. Questionable from Dutchman, I feel, but he probably had to wait, I imagine, because he does look fairly close to process. So maybe that was the play there. But again, look at these position changes. Junior Par and Chosen Tolby, the guys who chose to stay out, they're on the hards. That's the play. I think that was the right play to make, honestly. They're on the one-stop strategy right now, but 13 places up, respectively, for both of them.
Yeah. I'm actually confused by that with Dutchman because Process never boxed. He had a clear pit.
Oh, Process didn't box?
No, he's on 6-lap old hards.
Oh, you're right. So he boxed a lot earlier. Wow, yeah, so questionable decision from Dutchman, I feel.
I mean, mediums can go 18, but I mean, at the end, you're probably dying. So maybe that's the reason why he didn't pit. Probably expecting another safety car.
Oh, I took him 21 laps, and that's why you don't do that, though.
So he can make it 18 just fine.
Yes. He probably pushes them a bit harder than I do, too, so...
Yeah. Oh, what just happened here was... Oh, JT just boxed. That's why positions were changing.
Okay, yeah, so JT finally going in himself again.
Those were low end lap old mediums.
Right? I'm confused. I'm not sure what's happening. He's going for hards?
And front wing?
Oh, man. He's going to have to hit again, I imagine.
I mean, technically no, because he has switched to a different compound.
I just feel like those hards is gonna be rough at that final stretch with them. You know, those final 3 or 4 laps. It'll be rough. But I mean, right? He should be able to stick with the crew here. Haas drivers find themselves in the back.
Yep.
Unfortunate for the Williams as well. They find themselves out of the race. One caused by a Red Bull.
Yeah.
Just craziness.
If that one's not looked at by the steward's eye, I will be shocked.
Yeah, it was not the best place to collide.
No.
But I imagine now as we have the final Haas rejoining the back of the grid, kind of like in real life, what you would kind of expect, right?
Maybe not this year. This year they're doing better.
Hey, that is true. That is true. K-Mag and the Hulk are looking really strong. But yes, we have the safety car in this lap. So we're going to be back to some action, and we're going to have 16 racing laps left for you.
I'm also excited we actually get real F1 back finally.
Yes, it feels like it's been gone. It feels like it was longer than the off season, dude.
Yeah. 5 races in 6 weeks. 5 and 6. You
Here we
love
go.
to see it.
Here we go. It's gonna be lovely. I'm gonna be up at like 4 in the morning. All right, we're gonna sit on board with Chosen Toby here, as we see Junior Park get this thing started. He is going, waiting to like the last second to go, and he does go. Got just Toby off guard just a little bit. It looks like he's got a half second on him. Can Toby make any improvement? Do this first turn. Not much. We see some people, Norbash going down, down, down. He is just losing out on spots. Let's go ahead and sit back on board with Punjew, who was in the lead momentarily. Oh, no, he was in second before pitting, excuse me. But EPIK WINZ, who was our man in the lead, is making a move up on Toby. And Punjew trying to squeeze in right behind. Let's see what's going to go happen here. There might go 3 wide. Nope. Punjew thinks smartly of it and decides to go behind. But EPIK WINZ able to get on the inside. Doesn't get the throttle down quite as quickly as Toby does, but he does have the DRS. Or not the DRS, but the slipstream. Punjew jumps out of the slipstream of the Ferrari. Now he's in that slipstream of the Red Bull. There's a lot of changing going on here. Toby goes defensive on the inside. EPIK WINZ is going to have to go along around the long way, and I think he's going to get it done. And as soon as that happens, Drunken Shamrock is also into this race. He gets collected, and Punjew spins. No! Punjew is around now.
Is that puncture for Punjew? Because that's where he spun was where the contact was on his wheel.
I don't know, but I think that contact definitely had to play in him spinning. Scruffy up into 9th. He is close on that gearbox. Ducati up into 6th now as well, right behind Process. And Jay Websey moving down again. Oh, he's going into the pits. Yep, he's serving his drive-through. It's going to hurt. He's going to find himself back in the back of the pack. Like Punjew now. Still half of the race to go. A lot can happen here. Scruffy and NCAF getting into it, it looks like. Dutchman right ahead of Scruffy as well. Some really, really close race. And here at COTA, this is what you love to see in Tier 3.
Absolutely. And also you got EPIK WINZ right behind Junior Park for the lead.
So Toby is definitely keeping a gap behind him and the man in front, EPIK WINZ. But Junior Par is under attack, as Pat mentioned.
Yeah, it looks like it's happening right now.
He's going up.
Outside.
Yeah, he gets it done. It looks like Junior Par might have lifted a little bit sooner and gets outbroken by EPIK WINZ. But this guy's had pace all day over everyone else here on track. It's kind of what you expected to see.
Yep. I told you to watch out for him today.
You did. It was a surprise in Singapore, but not a surprise here today. It looks like he is a man on a mission, and Drunken Shamrock, he's looking to make a move with some pretty fresh mediums against old hards of Toby. I mean, they're in a good spot right now. They are only 14 laps old, but they're going to get beaten here as Drunken Shamrock goes up on the inside. And he gets a 3-second penalty for cutting the corner. That's going to hurt.
Yeah, and it was a blatant cut too, and it was great defense by Toby to force him into that mistake.
Yeah,
And Toby gets one.
Yep, and Dutchman. There they come, folks. Enough warnings have happened, and now we just had like 3 or 4 guys pick up a 3-second penalty in the span of a couple seconds here. Toby really lifting through that chicane there. Process closing in on him. He's looking fast today. The Aston Martins now find themselves up into the points positions, looking pretty good after being on the bottom half of the grid. Now up into 5th and 7th respectively. We have yellows in sector 2. Looks like it's someone around PTR Normbash at the hairpin. He is able to rejoin the pack. Benzo Slice getting past him. Junkin Shamrock and Junior Parr are now going for it, giving a good fight, and there is a big difference in tires here too. I expect we see Junior Parr make a decision fairly soon, or he's just going to keep battling like hell.
And don't look now, but both Mercs are now in the points.
And nice mention. I'm Jordan up another spot now. 2 seconds behind his teammate as his teammate gets past Dutchman. Dutchman's around. Dutch. It's the long right-hander catching him out. I think it caught him out in quali. It catches him out in the race. Lap 15. That's going to hurt.
Something big. Oh, there's a lot of people going to the pits. That's why. Oh, NCAP speeds.
He's going to have to serve a 5-second penalty.
He can't serve it here, though.
Right. So if he
pit.
That's right. That's right. So it might be just tacked on to the end of the race unless he pits again. Drunken Shamrock. Go ahead.
It's a new front wing for NCAP as well. That is just bad news for NCAP. 5-second and had to do a front wing change.
Oh my gosh. And they are just out of the race now. They find themselves way, way back. But there is a pack of 4 coming out. And they're going to be battling and jockeying for position. But if they're smart, they just keep in a DRS train and try to catch up. Junior Parr under attack from Junkin Shamrock, and it looks like it's going to happen. Junkin Shamrock going up on the inside, passes him cleanly with the DRS flap open. And yes, that shows you the huge advantage of horsepower you get, as Junkin Shamrock also sets the fastest sector too. He might have something to say about the lead of the race here if he can keep this pace up.
Well, I mean, it's a 2-second gap right now. Those tires will start to lose their maximum amount of pace in a few laps, so it's now all or nothing in his chase for EPIK WINZ.
Oh, yeah, so Punjew found himself in some sketchy driving, close racing, bumping, and spun in Sector 3. He's now in 10th place. We see Chosen Toby finally getting passed by Process here, but he's going to be on the attack. They're both on the hards, Process with the fresher ones, but they're still within range, I feel, for Toba to be on the attack. He's going to be within DRS range, but he is missing these apexes, or is that Process? Yeah, Toby does go in a little tight into this upward chicane in Sector 2. Now he's going into the downhill into the DRS zone. He will have DRS. Let's see if he's got enough in these tires and enough downforce to make a move on Process. Ducati right behind him in 6th. Even closer. Or he was, at least, than Chosen Toby was on Process.
Toby's going for a move.
And Ducati comes in, does well. Woo-hoo. He made a late jump, broke very late, had a really good control of the car, stuck his nose in. Nothing happened, though.
Right.
Go ahead and sit here with Ducati battling in this position. For this position, or 5th position, I should say. The guys.
There goes Toby.
Oh no.
He's boxing.
Okay. Toby's like he's had it with these 17 lap old hards. This is his 1 pit. Junior Parr has yet to pit as well. He's gonna have to make a decision fairly soon.
Yeah.
But it looks like our folks in the top 5. Or top 4, I should say, are really looking okay. They're getting some pretty good gaps in between them, but behind them is where all the action is going on. Scruffy right behind Ducati, who's currently in clean air. He might be able to make a move coming downhill. He goes up along the outside. Looks like he's later on the brakes to Ducati, but Ducati's going to push him wide and have him still in front of him.
They were playing a little DRS chicken, but Scruffy won that battle.
Yeah, I don't like that mess, but Scruffy gets the DRS. He's going to get the pass on Ducati, or is he? Ducati keeping it clean on the inside. He's not going to have the racing line to this corner, though. And Scruffy does get the clean overtake done. But Ducati, yeah, he has something else to say. He's like, thank you. I don't think so. This is some close racing right here for this 5th position. We have yellows. It looks like there's a Haas around a Benzo Slice.
That's not going to help him.
Yeah, that's another thing to his unfortunate race this afternoon.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, Junior Parr is still out there on 18 lap old hards. He's going for the softs at this point.
Yeah, he can go till like lap 21 or 22, right? You would imagine?
I could see him boxing at the end of lap 20.
Okay. Dutchman picks up another 3-second penalty. Potty is now losing time to Scruffy. A lot of time. He's almost without DRS range. He is out of DRS range. I think Scruffy might have secured that P5 position for now, as JT making a move up on the inside of Jordan on the hairpin. It looks like he's going to get it done. There's a little bit of bumping as Jordan was running out of track there. But JT gets DRS. Punjew also has DRS, so Jordan's going to lose out on another position yet again. Going to tuck in, but he's still kind of battling. Does not enough to go wheel to wheel with the McLaren.
And Punjew's actually pretty much out of the RS. He has only 10% right now, and he's already draining it again.
Yeah, his battery is flashing. He is harvesting when he can, it looks like. Drunken Shamrock has pulled within half a second on EPIK WINZ? What has happened here?
Well, remember, Drunken has that penalty, and I believe that was Benzo again spinning.
That's right. Let's take a quick look at the penalties just to see exactly what Drunken Shamrock's looking at. It's a 3-second penalty, but he is caught up to EPIK WINZ. EPIK WINZ is on the hards. He could probably sit out on these for the rest of the race. And same with Drunken Shamrock. These mediums are only 8 laps old. 17 laps is perfect. You can take these medium tires that long. We've seen plenty of guys do exactly that.
It looks like Shamrock's going to go for it here.
And he might get it done pretty cleanly, too. It looks like that DRS advantage is huge on that straight. So he's going to have to make a big push these last few laps if he wants to secure this first place position.
We're also getting to the point where the hards are working very well compared to those mediums. So Epic could try to fight his way back into the lead.
That is very true. They're going to be finding their sweet spot pretty soon. Punjew now on the back of JTB Drippin. Go ahead and go back to the tire advantage here. Punjew, he's got the tire advantage just because his hards are fresher than JT's up ahead. He does pick up a 3-second penalty, so that's going to hurt. EPIK WINZ staying within half a second.
Yeah, he's hanging with him.
Yeah, I think you're going to say there's yellows in Sector 3 again, right?
Yeah, it was Benzo again.
Yeah, Benzo's just. I think that's what he keeps finding himself spun out right there. Honestly, I think that's the spot.
Yeah. Epic's gonna get DRS, and he's got the ERS advantage as well, so this might be something to watch.
Okay. Still losing time though. And that might be just the difference in the grip of the tires. He is getting closer. Once you do hit, finally towards the end of that run, he finally does get within closer to the half a second again. Okay, so Junior Par sitting on lap 21, or yeah, has yet to complete his 21st lap. 20 lap old hards. I think we're going to see him jump into the pits fairly soon here. And he's going to probably jump down to, I would say, 12th or 13th, it looks like.
Yeah, I would say he's jumping out of 12th. But he's staying out.
Yeah, he's staying out. Maybe he's hoping for some crazy safety car to finish. Maybe he's going to go for a softs. I mean, he has to pit in the next 2 laps. It just has to be done.
I gotta think though, those tires are close to giving out and having a puncture.
Yeah, most definitely. Probably sitting close to 80% wear, if not more.
Yeah.
Punjew
is
Go ahead, yeah.
Epic's within half a second, and we'll have DRS again. This is much better for him this time around, and the exit's better as well compared to last lap. But can he do anything? He's refusing to use his battery right now.
He's saving it. Saving it for those final few laps to really get full use of it, I feel.
Yep.
When the hards might show their true advantage over the mediums that late. Looks like Process got past Junior Par.
He did. And Punjew just got by JT.
Okay. After a long, hard-fought battle, and there's a train of folks behind JT and Punjew. JT coming back at Punjew on the inside. He's going to have the racing line, or Punjew is, it looks like, though, for the long right-hander. He's going to have to stick close. Maybe lifts a little bit more, looking for a switchback. Oh, and he's going to hit him! No! A big mistake by Punjew there, I think, as he hit the back left rear of JT. It looks like he doesn't take any damage, nor does JT, luckily, but they find themselves out again. JP does finally pit for softs. He is going to find himself coming out right in 12th, as we were kind of predicting, right in front of Skelly. He's got some work to do to get back into the points positions. He's got 5 laps, 6 laps to do it.
Yeah, I was just looking at the stream replay. It actually looked like JT kind of turned in on Punjew there.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay. Yeah, it was on the exit. They both exited finally, it looked like.
Yeah.
But it'll look... The stewards will definitely have a look at it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, Epic still staying within half a second of Drunken Shamrock. And this is all he needs to do, as it looks like there is the Aston Martin of Dutchman, who's around in the S as a Sector 1. Not a good day for him, down in 16th.
Not a good day for him, but his teammate, though, is having a great day in P3.
Oh, yeah. Process, after being back down in what was like 15th place, I think, he's now up into 3rd. Where did he start? Let's go to take a look again.
He started 5th.
Okay, he started in 5th, so he's made just a couple position changes, but still, nonetheless, very important and for the points, in terms of points wise. Okay, Websy, go ahead.
I completely forgot about it. With Drunken having that 3 second, I see why Epic is not really pushing on that ERS. He's just really worried about staying within the 3.
Yeah, I mean he's smart. They're much further ahead from process with what 8 seconds it shows,
Yep.
and if he just ducks in behind him every single time, just stays in that slipstream, he races his race, he'll be fine. As Chosen totally picks up a 3 second penalty, but yeah, like this is all he's trying to do, just continue to stay mistake free.
Yep.
Websy trying to make something happen for himself up into turn one, battling and jogging for this sixth position late here at Circuit of the Americas. Both of their ERS lights are blinking. Oh, excuse me, that wasn't down turn one, that was down the hairpin. And Jay Websy does get the overtake done. I believe he had DRS there.
We might be going 3 wide. Punjew.
With Punjew, okay, let's sit back here. Oh my gosh, there's a few McLarens, a Haas, and a Red Bull in some crazy action in the final few position points. And JT does eke by Junior, or Punjew now, and Toby now battling as well. After Punjew getting himself caught out and spinning with JT, Toby's back in this battle, and it looks like he has got the overtake done as JT goes wide.
It will be insane if Punjew does not finish in the top as he gets 3 second. If he doesn't finish top 10 after qualifying second in this.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt a lot. After expecting a lot out of these McLaren boys and saying these were the drivers to watch, they find themselves in the middle of the pack, one in 8th, one in 11th. That's only good enough for, what is that, like 4 points?
Yeah. Well, actually, Junior Parr is gonna move up a. Maybe he might move up a little bit because he doesn't have the penalty. He's got to get some work done though. He's got to close in.
Good mention. We're gonna keep an eye out here. For one lap, we're gonna stay on these tires and then we'll go look at the penalties. But it looks like JP, he's sitting on these softs. They're coming into a really good point now, and he can push for the next 2 or 3 laps. But he's still got a 5 second gap in front of him. I'm not sure if he's gonna make any improvement as we have another Aston Martin Dutchman again caught out in the same place.
Oh, Toby and JT just made contact.
Yeah,
No
JT
damage,
has been finding himself in a few incidents, it seems like. It looks like these drivers are still keeping it clean in a line. But they're so close, there's gonna be something dangerous could happen.
Oh yeah.
Coming around the long right-hander. No one's jockeying for position just yet. Everyone's staying single file. Punjew does take a quick look up at the final turn, ducks back inside. Colby and Punjew have DRS on JT. JT pulls up to the inside, going defensive. Now he goes back to the racing line. Toby bumps him again. Doesn't look like he takes any wing damage, maybe slightly. Benzo picking up a 3 second penalty. Everyone, man, just picking up these 3 second penalties now.
Yeah.
There's some hard racing going on here with JT Chosen and Punjew still coming down into the hairpin. Let's see if anyone tries to make something happen. Punjew does take a look up at the inside again. He's pretty confident with doing that, seeing if he can cause anyone to make a mistake, but he doesn't get anything to happen. DRS flaps are going to open up, though, and Toby's going up on the inside. Woo! Really, really defensive.
Oh, Punjew's going at it too.
Oh!
Lord, this is gonna be bad.
Oh no, Punjew gets essentially pushed off track because Toby gets outbroken by the Haas and the McLaren, and he, in the lead, he keeps his racing line fairly even, but just that outbreaking by that battling Haas and McLaren, and Toby's pushing up on the inside, and he's gonna cause a big wreck. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh my God.
He looks like he's still alive, and he's gonna have to take this into the pits to get a new wing, I think.
Goodness, just tries to shove JT out of the way. It does
Oh
not work
my
out too well.
gosh. And now Skelly and JT bumping and grinding a bit. Oh, again, after the apex of turn 1.
Retired bits.
Okay, Chosen Toby, yeah. He says he's had enough. He knew that there wasn't much to come back from after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. JT's kind of been all over these incidents today. I'm not sure what to say, what that says about his driving. A little questionable, maybe.
I can't find a blame for him, though, when they were going 3 wide when he was getting
Right.
squeezed.
No, totally. But just a lot of bumping.
I got for him.
Yeah.
The other ones, I'm not so sure.
So Skelly looks like he is going to get this overtake done down this straight, but will he get outbroken by JT? JT taking a look up on the inside. He makes a late move, does dive up on the inside, goes wide off the track. He's going to have to rejoin behind Skelly again, so Skelly does get the overtake done. Ooh, JT's just getting a little squirrely with the back end of his car. Websy has spun around the long right-hander. He might get caught up here by these folks in the back. Is he going to lose out on any time here? We will see. Looks like he's getting back up to speed.
Wing.
He's going to have to pit.
No, he won't because it's the last lap.
Oh,
It's
you're
literally
right.
The last lap.
He's just going to give it a go. He's going to try to stick it out and see what points he can do and finish with Scruffy battling here with the process for this final podium position on the final lap. EPIK and Drunken Shamrock also pretty close. They've kept it close these final 8 laps or so. But we're going to keep it here for this final podium position because I think EPIK wins. We know he's been kind of keeping it safe. I don't think he's going to make a move. At least it doesn't look like it just yet.
Well, I'm not so sure. He's going for it.
Okay, EPIK wins. He does get the DRS and he does get the overtake done on the final lap. Yeah, we jump on just as that happens. He's getting hungry. He wanted to finish in first on track. He waited for the right time and it looks like it was then. You know, these mediums are pushing pretty old. Scruffy does get the overtake done on Process. Process losing out on 2 positions now. Ducati comes into 4th. We're going to go ahead and stick it up here now. As EPIK
Process
wins.
was just sitting well.
Yeah, he's sitting okay. EPIK wins. Back-to-back wins. Coming across as the winner here at COTA in Tier 3 MRL. Congratulations. First Singapore and now Circuit of the Americas. Oh man, we need to get him in here for an interview if he's available. Let me.
I'm sure he is.
So EPIK wins coming in first, Drunken Shamrock in second, Process in third. There's still some more jockeying for position in the back for this final position. Jay Webster getting pushed by Vince at the very final corner. He has no wing. That might be a little bit of a question here. NCAF with a 5-second penalty jumps down, so Jay Webster does get back up into 10th place for that final points position. Norm Batch himself finds himself in 11th. Alpine not happy about where they finish this race. NCAF in 12th, Punjew in 13th. Benzo Slice coming around surely but slowly. He is all over the place. His tires must be hot. It looks like he might even get passed up by JT and Dutchman maybe. JT goes wide.
It just looked like Benzo's just going slow to the line.
Okay. So, why don't we go ahead?
I don't know if they're joining the waiting room or not.
No. Why don't you go ahead and give us a final rundown if you don't mind, Pat?
Yeah, that's fine.
And then I will go ahead and tag EPIK Wins and see if we can get him in here.
Alright. So, last rundown here. So, EPIK wins with an insane win. He was dominant all throughout today. Drunken Shamrock up 5 to finish P2. Process comes home 3rd. Scruffy holds position overall to get P4. Ducati comes home 5th. Junior Par 6th, Jordan 7th, Skelly 8th, Vince comes home 9th, Jay Websey snags that last points position in P10, then it's Norm Bash in 11th, NCAP 12th, Punjew 13th, JT 14th, Dutchman 15th, Benzo 16th, and those were the last of our finishers, our DNFs, Tolby, Ace, MG Dan, and Wiffles.
Okay. So there you have it, folks. Trying to get anyone here. Epic Wins is in the interview waiting room. Let me go ahead and get him pulled over. Give me 1 second here. Oh, it looks like he's here.
Yep, and there he is.
Congratulations, Mr. Epic Wins. Back-to-back wins, my man. It seemed more like a surprise in Singapore, but how are you feeling? You asserted dominance all day.
I know the dominance was definitely inserted this race. Yeah, thank you guys for applauding my victory. You know, it's tough to be a lion in a field with gazelle. You know, I'm having trouble giving the opponents a chance at winning, but you know, hopefully in week 3 they'll be a little closer this time and they'll give me some competition.
Yeah, Epic. I was definitely giving you some love. I told everyone, I was like, this is the guy to watch out for this race. He won it. I don't think it's a fluke, and you proved it.
Yeah, you know, it's just what I do. I'm just really that guy whenever you think of him. I can't laugh about how perfect I am in every single way. So yeah, just a perfect race all in all. 1 second, my agent wants to pull me aside. Guys, it was perfect. Sorry I have to go at such a notice.
All right. Well, thanks again for dropping by. We're looking forward to seeing the battles and seeing you get a few more victories this season, my man.
Funny guy.
He's crazy.
Oh yeah.
And my stream's going all over the place. But there we go, guys. We got an interview from the winner. I think that's all I got in for me today. I need to get some food in me. I haven't eaten since 9 o'clock Pacific time, and it's 3:30 almost. Pat,
jeez,
hell of a job. Thank you for joining me. It was lovely to have you. Any final thoughts? And what are you looking forward to for Tier 2 and Tier 1 today?
Tier 2, Tier 1, some more good racing. I think Sugi could have a good run in. I'm also going to look at Ghostly. And also, for those watching, tune in to No Assist tonight. Myself and Mock Major will be running that one. It'll be a good show.
Yes, that will be a good show as well. We don't finish after Tier 1. Don't forget about that. But thanks again, folks, for coming by and joining us. We love you all. MRL Day Tier 3. It's officially over. Thanks again.
Evening, everybody. My name's Andy Ragequit. This is Moose Racing League. It's Sunday, which is MRL Day, and you are in for a treat. It is Tier 2 season opener around the street circuit of Singapore, where the racing is close, but the walls are indeed closer. I hope you're all ready for it. I'm looking forward to having a quick look at what this track has to offer then. So it's tight, it's twisty, it's 5 kilometers with 23 turns, 3 DRS zones. Obviously we've got some nice long straights for some overtakes, and we've got that critical turns 16 through 21 where accidents happen, wings are lost, and hopefully overtakes are kept to a bare minimum so that we don't have too many DNFs. Right then, here we go. We're getting ready for the start of the race. Let's see, it's J-Joe on pole with Kermit Attacks joining on the front row in the Red Bull. The McLaren of Fate Man takes P3 with Williams Racing's Chili Willy in P4. Andy in the Mercedes takes P5, and completing the third row, it's Moo Irons in the second Williams. We've got Alpha Tauri's City of R in P7 with Sacco Like Taco in the second Red Bull P8. P9 is Semtex with P10 Landsharky. Georgester in P11 in the Mercedes with the McLaren of Beacles in P12. P13, it is JBTC in the Ferrari with Alpha Tauri's Comp 45 in P14. P15 is Gibbsy in the Alpine with Haas and Ketchin 91 in P16. Echo CFC 17. 18 is Maud. 19 is MB Jacobson. And in P20 at the back of the back is the Aston Martin of AK. I think we just about managed to get through all of those in the right amount of time. Because we don't have a formation lap this evening. I'm led to believe that tonight's race is going to start off dry. But we may see some weather at some point in the middle of the race to add to the thrills and spills of Tier 2. And it's Tier 2 showtime with MRL Sunday. That is a horrible camera angle. And J-Jo gets off to an amazing start with Kermit. We do have some places changing at the back of the grid. And we've got a little bit of coming together further back. But it's J-Jo who's managed to get himself away and cleanly, as does Kermit, Fake Mano, Chili, Andy, Iron, Sinivar, Sakolite Taco, Semtex. Fake Mano burning through that ERS down the long straight. Getting down towards that corner. Is he going to make a move on the inside? It looks like he is going to make a move on the inside. Oh, there's contact. Oh, big contact. Huge crash. Huge crash. And Com45 is out of the race. We've got huge problems in Tier 2 on lap 3. Com45 out of the race. Chili Willy. Bits of his car all over the road. MB Jacobson. Looks like he might have been caught up in that, but hasn't got any missing parts.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option. There's been an incident.
I think we're going to see, by the time they come out, the rain will be coming down. So we're going to see all these cars throwing themselves into the pits. City of R hasn't got into the pits. He's stayed out for a lap. He's stayed out for a lap. That's a huge gamble. Fake Mano, I thought he'd thrown on some hard tyres there. That was a bit of a mistake. 5 second for penalty. 5 second penalty for Gibbsy speeding in the pit lane. Not good. What an absolute catastrophe that was, though. I'm not entirely sure whose fault that was, as Chili Willy and Fake Mano got tangled in that tight right-hand corner after the long straight. Soft song for the last throwings. Right then. When are we going, J-Jo? When are we going, J-Jo? Yeah, there he goes. He goes. He goes. Did he catch Fake Man napping? Possibly. Semtex get caught napping. Somebody's trying to warm their tyres up in front of Sacco. Sacco's got pressure. Didn't get left any room there, I have to say. Oh, Sacco. Steady. This is wet, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. The two Red Bulls are going side by side. Ooh, careful, Red Bulls, careful. Oh, he's going to get a better drive, I think, and he's piled on the ERS. So it's Sacco like Taco trying to defend in the Red Bull from the Mercedes of Andy. Defends well down into turn 1 and 2. A little bit deep and wide. Are we going to see Andy get a run on him then down the long straight after this right-hander? Here they go. Out to the right to try and get the outside line. Goes Andy. Takes the position from Sacco. Is Sacco going to be late onto the brakes in this turn? It looks like he is. But he's not as late on the brakes as Andy is. Andy takes the position. A little, tiny little bit of contact there between the two. But it's now a Mercedes sandwich between two slices of Red Bull bread. Kermit's lost a little bit of time to Echo. He's going to have Andy for company pretty shortly, and Sacco like Taco is beginning now to drop off the back of Andy and get challenged by the Ferrari of JB. Yellow flag, yellow flag. And it's the Alpine of Semtex who's gone round. At the end of Sector 2, start of Sector 3, he's going to drop all the way back down to P17. P18, he's going to be under pressure from Georgester as well. Yellow flag in Sector 3 is Chili Willy. He's having an absolute stinker of a day. And the safety car's out. The safety car is out. The prayers have been answered from the Red Bull race engineer. The voice is beginning to get a little strained already. We've had that much action. So we do have some cars in the pits. It's Ketchin, Sako like Taco, Moo